Welcome, friends, to another Pauper League. We're going to be playing Infect today, which is just something fun to kind of get back into Pauper and into Magic with. Um, Decks like these hyper-aggressive decks, can sometimes be downplayed as being simple, but I think that similar to Hammer Time, a lot of your ideas are very front-loaded, so you really have to spend a lot of time thinking about your mulligans and then your first two plays. Hopefully, it's as easy as Slam, Glistener Elf, and Profit, but it doesn't always work that way. I think this is good enough. I mean, we've got so many Infect creatures, so we're going to be able to get one to stick. It doesn't feel great. It's like really slow, but this is our first go with the deck, and we got lands, we have infectors. Let's try and keep this one. I'm not sure that a random 6 is going to be any better than this. Not liking the first turn Mountain into Rithbolt. It's not going to be a good matchup, friends. We get to put down our creatures and have them die. They will be preventing damage to us, which is nice. Ooh, Chain Lightning too. Oh, apparently there's some new full art lands. I have not seen those yet. Robin Hood, who is the artists for the new lands? Is it like a series from one artist, or is it, like a bunch of different artists getting together, kind of like the classic style for like the Zendikar block or whatever? Okay, so Thermal Alchemist is a problem. Oh, but they don't have the kill spell for our Myr. Well, I'll have to take a look at those later, Robin Hood. That could be pretty cool. Oh, with the ram through? So I could go Rancor on the Myr, attack. I mean, they're not going to block it, but we still get to ram through and kill their creature. It's not going to trample over, but I think we need to kill the Thermal Alchemist. Okay, they're ignoring our creature. They have one card left in hand. Oh, no, it is going after our creature with their final card. We don't have any response. We do get our Rancor back. We could play Blight Mamba and Ichorclaw Myr. I think I just want to play Ichorclaw Myr, Augur, and probably Rancor. I don't think the Vitality Charm is really going to be all that great. We could play the Mamba and just hold up Regeneration. I'm going to put down 2 creatures. They can't kill them both. And we'll try and win in 2 turns. Tough choice there. Maybe I was supposed to just play the Blight Mamba, but I think that our choice is going to work out pretty well here. Well, the forest draw is not great. Let's put Rancor onto the... Blight Mamba seems like the better choice because it has Regenerate. They're not really going to be blocking the Myr, I don't think. I'll play the Augur. Okay, do we get lucky? I mean, I don't think there's really much they can do at this point in the game. We have 5 life. They have access to 1 card. The most they can do would be 4 damage. So it looks like we were pretty set at that point. Let's bring in Double Weather the Storm. We could bring in Nature's Claim. Do we have any artifacts we can destroy on our side? We do. We have the Ichorclaw Myr. And we also have enchantments with Briar Shield and Rancor. Also Seal of Strength. So bringing in Nature's Claim here is going to allow us to gain 4 life at some point. We can take out Mutagenic. Apostle's Blessing is costing us life. Like, we can still pay for Mutagenic with green mana. We don't have to pay life for it. Is this even going to be any good in this matchup? I guess the Trample could be okay. Okay, we're back in it. Now, this hand here, I am not interested in keeping. Don't have to think too much about this one. Mulligan. No lands, we will mulligan again. Okay, we can keep this. Gotta put 2 cards back. I'm thinking Khalni Garden and probably the Augur. We don't really have a turn 1 play. The Briar Shield is kind of risky because we try and put it onto a creature and then they try and kill the creature in response, and we lose both. So maybe I get rid of Khalni Garden, Briar Shield, and we get to play Augur. So we have a blocker for their wizard. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Let's play the Elf Shaman. The non-Phyrexian creature. Okay. Pass back. So what have you got for your 2 mana opponent? You're going to use a Searing Blaze on the Augur here? No, they're actually going to Lightning Bolt the Augur. Okay. That's fine by me. Do we play the Ichorclaw Myr or do we wait to try and protect it? Opponent only has 3 cards in hand. Well, play land. It's 3 mana, so Skewer the Critics, not a Searing Blaze. Okay. And this means we should be able to put the Briar Shield onto the Blight Mamba, which could save it. We're going to go ahead and make that play. And no 6. Gonna have to manually pass priority. We have this Briar Shield. And once we untap, we'll be able to regenerate the Blight Mamba. Opponent taking their time, making their decision here. They've put a few resources into killing our creatures, which has left us with a high life total. So they have to decide if they want to continue to throw resources at our creatures. It's going to cost 2 spells to kill this Blight Mamba. Either that or a Fire Blast. But Fire Blast at this point would require them to sacrifice 2 mountains. So that would be a 3 for 2, which would be fine by us. I'm liking that the traffic sounds don't seem to be showing up on the mic. That's good news. This is my first time recording in the new place, and there is quite a bit of traffic that I didn't really have at the old place. But so far, I've definitely felt a lot better at the new apartment. Oh, it looks like the opponent has made a decision here. They're playing Thermal Alchemist. And passing back. So Thermal Alchemist is a card that would let them get back into this game. Oh, ram through? Too bad we don't have Trample. I wonder if they're going to block. If they block, we can ram through and kill it. We could also sacrifice the shield to kill the Alchemist, but that seems poor. Also, if I use the ram through, I no longer have regeneration on the Blight Mamba. I think we're better off holding this until we draw a Rancor. And maybe just continue to attack with this Blight Mamba. The opponent has given us some time, but not too much. We do have to remember Thermal Alchemist and Burn puts out damage very, very quickly. Long time no triple asterisk. Are you doing? Yeah. I actually didn't have internet for a week, so that was awful. My new internet is very powerful, but I was not having a good time getting it set up. Took a while. Fortunately, I'm back. Okay, so they are setting up the block here. This puts their creature to an 0-1, so we could kill it with Ram Through, we can hold up Regenerate, or we can... We could have also sacrificed the Briar Shield to get rid of the Thermal Alchemist permanently. I think I'm just going to hold up Regeneration. This 2-2 is our best thing going. Needle Drop is a really good one for them. Here comes some more damage. Another Needle Drop. Letting this Thermal Alchemist live has gotten the opponent so many damages in. This is 3 so far this turn with Thermal Alchemist, I think. The double Needle Drop plus it's 1 natural. Oh, I think I understand where that triple asterisk thing came from now. Atsukuyan asked me, long time no see, how are you doing? And then like had a period but no space between the 2 words. So the chat log thought that it was a link to a website. And a Skewer at the Mamba. So we'll go ahead and regenerate. Damn, that thing did damage. That's what we get for leaving it sticking around on the battlefield, I guess. Now they have 1 card left in hand. We draw Glistener Elf. So I'm thinking I'm going to play the Elf, ram through, kill the Alchemist so they don't get any more damage out of it. We get to smash them for 2. And the Briar Shield should keep the Blight Mamba alive, even though we're tapped out. Okay, so here's the Chain Lightning at the Blight Mamba. So we'll go ahead and use the Briar Shield. Let's see here. Also, long time no see. Infect. Is this playable? Sort of. I'm kind of playing it now to, have a little bit of fun with it, enjoy it. But I wouldn't put it on a top tier. Just, having some fun with it. Vitality Charm, so that's not going to get us too much, honestly. So we can hold up Regenerate, or we can just play another Blight Mamba. I'm leaning towards playing another Mamba. They could potentially have a Sweeper. That would be pretty bad if we play the Mamba into a Sweeper. Maybe we should just attack and hold up the mana. Because, like, if we play Blight Mamba and they draw Electrickery, then we're basically just dead. Okay, it's a Rift Bolt. Maybe I should have played it, because then it would have been a 2-turn clock. And such a small chance that they would potentially have that card. I think we can still salvage this, because this is 3-4, so we do still have a 2-turn clock here. So I think they're going to have to send the Rift Bolt at one of our creatures, probably the Ichorclaw. The Blight Mamba has regeneration down, so taking out one of these cards is probably what they have to do. No, they're going for Face. Face is the place. Oh, they could, let's see here. They could threaten Fire Blast. If we make a move, Fire Blast our creature. I think that is still good for us. But otherwise, like, we're at 8 life, so they need 3 cards to kill us, unless it's double Fire Blast. Clamigo, hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. Oh, looks like opponents flooded out and they're just showing us. So we're going to go ahead and go for it. They have no cards in hand. There's no way for them to stop it. So, Giant Growth. So let's see here. We've got lands. We have a creature. We could play like Khalni Garden into Myr. It's kind of risky. Okay, looks like our opponent's playing a good deck. So the question is, do we play Ichorclaw Myr into removal, or do we wait one turn to play Giant Growth? The problem is the cards they have that are going to interact with Myr, they're going to do 4 damage. So Giant Growth isn't going to save our creature anyway. No Gal Blast. That's what I like to see. Like, bears aren't scary enough. Now you gotta make a giant bear? Okay. Opponent is passing back again. Well, let's try slamming some Rancors onto this Ichorclaw Myr. If opponent had anything, they would have interacted while we were casting the Rancors, I think. Okay, they have a Dispel for the Giant Growth. But we still hit them for 5 Infect. That's halfway there. Ah, Cannonade. We get our Rancors back. Okay. Snakeskin Veil would not have actually saved us there, so play land and pass. And we're searching for an Infector. Ooh, Mnemonic Wall. Probably gets them back, what, Cannonade here? Okay, so this is less of affinity and more like familiars, maybe? King Kumph, welcome, welcome. F in the chat for the coop in the hat. Oh, well, thank you very much for that, King. Had a really great time playing Magic that day. That was a wild ride. I'm not feeling too good about our chances for the rest of this game. We don't have anything to do, first off, but, you know, opponent's got a bunch of resources. We know for sure they have a way to kill our creatures, and they're just accruing more resources now. Interesting deck, though. Really leaning on these indestructible artifact lands. You know, more and more I'm coming around to keeping these lands and banning these ones. Yeah, I think that I think that the Yawgmoth combo deck is a little bit underestimated. Okay, so opponents drawing a whole bunch here. Preordain into Thoughtcast into Preordain. So they've got their hand is full of juicy spells, no doubt. And another Mnemonic Wall, probably grabbing Thoughtcast with this. No, grabbing a Dispel. I would have figured for sure they would grab Thoughtcast with that, draw 2 fresh cards. Well, this is showing one of the weaknesses these decks have. Same with Boggles. Ooh, the Ephemerate. So yeah, they're going to be getting so much value from these walls. And yeah, picking up the Thoughtcast. That makes a lot of sense if they have the Ephemerate there. So they know they're going to be able to return the Mnemonic Wall, but for that one turn they can hold up Dispel. They are casting a lot of draw spells here. They got to cast Thoughtcast, Geomancer's Gambit, Thoughtcast, Preordain. 8 cards in hand going to their end step. They're going to be discarding a hand size here, and they aren't going to be complaining about that. Only 30 cards left in their, or 31, sorry, 31 cards left in their library. I am actually kind of wondering about win cons. Hey there, Blind! Well, thanks a lot for the resub, my friend. Thank you for the support. I'm glad that you came back. Win with 1 creature? I mean, that is the creature. We got it. We just got to get to our turn now. So we want to hold up Snakeskin and Vine, so we need 2 mana so we can put Rancor onto it. Okay, and we pass back. So they're going to ephemerate this Mnemonic Wall. We could try and ram through in response, but we know they have the Dispel. And if we ram through, then we remove most of our protection. We do still have Seal of Strength here. Stonehorn Dignitary is pretty good. With the Mnemonic Wall and Ephemerate, we are not going to get another combat step. Our hope is to be able to resolve this ram through at some point. There's a Galv Blast going at our critter. Snakeskin. Another Galv Blast. Go for Vines. And we know they have the Dispel, so we cannot ram through. So we have the Seal of Strength. Okay, so they're going for the Gambit. Interesting. So yeah, they ephemerate the Mnemonic Wall. Mnemonic Wall returns Ephemerate, and then they can Ephemerate the Stonehorn Dignitary. Again, like, this is a combo, so every turn I cannot attack. They have 27 cards left in their library, which is still a lot. Yeah, exactly that. Tronless Tron. Instead of using the power of the mana that the Tron lands give you, they're getting colored mana instead, and using the ramp of Geomancer's Gambit and Cleansing Wildfire. Interesting choice. And it seems to be working fairly well here. Alright, so we know they have counter magic. Play this Rot Wolf. Pass turn. We aren't too slow on the clock here, so we'll keep on going with this for now. But I would say that opponent is in a really comfortable position here. Oh, Galv Blast at us. Oh, okay, so that must be how they eventually win. They can just Galv Blast our face. We got Relic to get their graveyard. Hey, Cherry with the raid. Thank you, friend. How was your stream? You were playing, what was that, Creativity, right? Oh yeah, the Boa. Absolutely the Boa. Gets that island walk going. Alright, Adaptoterra's let us know they're gonna step away from the keyboard for a second here. I don't think that, do we even have combat step here? We don't even have a combat step. Of course not. We're never getting a combat step again. So... If they're just F6'd, we can just ram through and kill them, right? But we would... Oh man, we would actually need to crack the Seal of Strength or use the Giant Growth in order to do it. I mean, in a sense, we would know that... I don't know. In a sense, like, we would know if they're F6'd by cracking the Seal of Strength, but that seems kind of scummy, you know? That's a pretty serious angle shoot to try and do that. Because, like, we know the opponent has Dispel. Yeah, that would not be fair play. I think, honestly, we can probably just stop wasting our clock and our time here. Opponent has Galv Blast here to kill us. They have the Ephemerate lock with the Wall and the Stonehorn. Let's just move on to the next game. Winning is winning. You are correct. There are certain things, though, that kind of make you feel like, did I really win that game? And I know that everybody has different ideas on where these lines are. Personally, I will, for example, use the chess clock, and I will take my wins if I can get them, even if the opponent has a way better position than me and they would win the game if they had infinite time. I'll take those wins from the chess clock. But there are certain other things that, you know, just don't feel right. Alright, so we're bringing in the Relic and the River Boa. Don't really think we need the Vitality Charm. Vines of Vastwood could be interesting to target their creatures when they try and ephemerate them. Mr. Duct Tape, what about Clock Winds with Infinite Loop? That is an excellent question. I think that, let me just... I think that, First off, when a person brings an infinite combo, an infinite loop onto Modo, they are basically agreeing that they're going to have to go through that combo every time. So if I'm, asking them to go through the combo, I hit F6 and they run out of time. Okay, well, I'm sorry, friend, but you should have gotten faster with your clicks. But I remember there was an example where two players had established that one of them was at infinite life and that they were supposed to operate as if that was true. And then one of the players took back their word and played it as if the opponent was actually at what the life total said. And I mean, like, when you're telling your opponent one thing and then acting in another way, I think that's scummy. That is lying, I think. Tetranky91, hello, hello. Mm. Yeah, Mr. Duct Tape, that is what it was. Yeah, this looks fine. We'll keep it. Turn 2, Myr. Turn 3, put some Rancors on it, try and win. We might only put one Rancor on it so we can hold up Blessing? No, that's not right. We can, if we draw land, we could put 2 Rancors on it and still hold up Blessing for the removal spell. Oh, the Blight Mamba. We got both of our snakes. But what I'm really looking to draw off the top is a snow-covered forest. I would like to play 2 Rancors and hold up Apostle's Blessing to potentially have protection for my creature here. Nope, they're going to abrade it. So bye-bye Ichorclaw Myr. We do not get the land off the top. Which one do we want to play here? River Boa or Blight Mamba? Let's continue to go for the Infect plan here. Cleansing Wildfire, allowing them to ramp and draw a card. More and more seeing what Wildfire can do with these indestructible artifact lands and what the Affinity deck has done to the Pauper format. I'm really hoping the bridges go. Glistener Elf. So, we don't have any way to protect the Blight Mamba if we want to go with the Rancors. I guess we could, like, put 1 Rancor down and hold up Blessing. Cast. 1 mana, draw 2 cards. And they pass back. Okay, we do get the land. Put another Rancor onto the Blight Mamba. Do we go for the kill here? I think we do, right? Giant Growth. Oh, they're going to dispel the giant growth? Okay, that works. We'll hold up Apostle's Blessing for another turn. And they really need a Rhino here. This is a Mnemonic Wall, so that's pretty good for us. It does block, but we need another pump if we're going to get through this. Let's see here. What are they getting? They're getting the Dispel, so they can counter Apostle's Blessing. Oh, that's too bad. All right. Well, we're going to kill their wall. Put them down to 1. I think we'll play the Glistener Elf here. So we have 2 lethal threats. We can regenerate the Blight Mamba, or we can play Apostle's Blessing. Okay. Lucky us. Don't know that we want to change anything. Seal of Strength might be better than Giant Growth. Difficult. We have the turn to Myr. We have the Mutagenic Growth to save it. I think we keep this. It's very land heavy. Okay, opponent mulliganed. We get... No, we don't. I was really hoping for a turn 1 Glistener Elf. Just rip it right off the top, like we always had it. Ooh, lose focus. Counter target spell. Yeah, that works. This is a card that I expected to see a lot more play. Definitely digging this Jeskai deck that the opponent has brought to the battle. I'm more interested, I think, in playing Rotwolf this turn, because next turn we can play Blight Mamba and hold up Regenerate. This is just going to be some good mana economy. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find a list. It looks like these Cleansing Wildfire bridge decks have evolved quite a bit, and this one seemed like an excellent iteration. Oh, there's the Dignitary. What a pain. We got Rancor on Rotwolf plus Ram through can kill that. But opponent has 3 mana and 3 cards in hand, so that's scary. So they're going to respond here to the Rancor by ephemerating the Stonehorn Dignitary. They have 2 cards left in hand, so we still have the option to Mutagenic Growth and ram through. Just trying to think if that's a thing I want to do, because otherwise, if we don't do that, we're going to lose another combat step. I think we have to go for it. Ah, oh, damn. Did I know they had Dispel? Oh well. Say come say. We're not going to be attacking for a while. They get to rebound Ephemerate on the Stonehorn again. So I think there's 2 of these stacked up currently. Oh, Mnemonic Wall to get the Ephemerate back, so they can just do this forever now. With Dispel back up. Well played. Well played. Oh, Relic of Progenitus. That's a magic card. So this is going to be able to eat the Ephemerate. So with the Mnemonic Wall trigger on the stack, this is where we activate the Relic. Ooh, Apostle's Blessing. Okay. So how many combat steps am I missing? Do we have combat this turn? We do have combat this turn. Well, we got our opponent up to 6 poison counters now. That Relic of Progenitus was so well timed. If they get another Ephemerate, though, they're right back into it. We unfortunately do not have Vines to be able to interact with that. Okay, they're going to Galv Blast our Rotwolf. I think we try and save it, right? Give it Pro Red. Yeah, Dispel. Always have Dispel. Alright, so we'll get the Rancor back. Rancor goes really nicely on an Ichorclaw Myr. Play the Seal of Strength first. just in case they have something to try and interact. I guess Galv Blast is going to be able to get through the Seal of Strength regardless. Counterspell the Rancor. Yep. They have to block both. Oh, maybe not. They could have removal spell. Kill both their creatures. Oh, no, just kill one of them. This one stays. What do we do now? Do we hold up Regenerate? I think we still hold up Regenerate. We have the Seal of Strength. Yeah, I don't want to get blown out. If we play a creature into like a Cannonade, I'll feel pretty bad. Mnemonic Wall gets them back. Galv Blast lets them kill a Myr. Exciting game, though. Kind of figured that would be the block. No surprise. All right, let's put down both of our creatures here. We'll be able to save 2 of them from a Cannonade. Thoughtcast is a really good one from the opponent. Drawing 2 fresh cards. Another Stonehorn Dignitary taking our combat step away. Ram through. Ooh, that's a good one. Need another Rancor to really make it work, but we might be able to use it to ambush one of their cards. Snakeskin Veil. Okay. So, let's see. They probably have like a counterspell or a dispel or something, but if they don't, we could like Seal of Strength, Ichorclaw Myr, ram through the Dignitary. I think we just attack with our creatures. And try and like respawn to some terrible thing they do. I don't know. Oh, they have to have something then, because this is lethal here. Before we do that, let's go for lethal. And let's see if they do anything, because it looks like we win here. Ah! We won! What? I'm sorry for the total disbelief that we actually won this match, but what? 1 land hand, but we have Glistener Elf. Should probably keep this. Ooh, Briar Shield. I think we just go for the Rancor. Seems pretty easy. I think that's wild that we end up actually matching up against Sorcerer's Queen. That is so cool. We could Mutagenic Growth there, but I think I want to hold it for a turn. Ooh, okay. Now we will definitely Mutagenic Growth. And that's all we can do with our turn. Damn, I was really, really hoping for that land there. So I'm thinking we probably Briar Shield the Glistener Elf and continue swinging. Force them to continue using resources. Okay, so they are going to block. They'll probably have a spell as well. They do? Okay. So we don't really need to crack the Briar Shield. Because our creature's going to get -4. I guess we crack the Briar Shield, then we can actually just get some damage in this turn. So that's worth doing. Because yeah, now we get to get in 2 damage. Okay. I mean, it turned too late, but we did get it. We're going to be able to play the Blight Mamba and pass, but we're in quite a bit of trouble here. So this is already 4. So they could just straight have lethal here. Easily, in fact. They just need like 1 more spell. We cannot block. Ichorclaw Myr has trample, so if we block it, we just give it +2/+2, which is an extra 1 damage. Okay, we survived this turn. That's good news. Can we kill? 1, 2, and 6 is 8, so we do have lethal. Ooh, okay. We do have trample though, so the creature's not a big deal, but they could like pump that creature somehow. Yep. Crack the Briar Shield. So that is not quite lethal yet. Let's Giant Growth. Looks good. What a slugfest. So Tangle looks good. Gutshot looks amazing. Weather the Storm is about the worst thing that we could possibly have. Relic is bad. River Boa is bad. Scattershot bad. Nature's Claim is okay because it actually can kill Ichorclaw Myr. Let's see here. The Snakeskin is kind of mediocre. Vitality Charm is not great. I like the Vines a lot. Seal is okay. Rancor is fine. Augur is good. Elf is great. Hey, Slayer. Thanks for joining us. Briar Shield is great. Mutagenic's great. Apostle's Blessing is super good. Ram Through, yup, really good. So I think we just wanted to get rid of maybe these. Another one land hand, but this time we're like loaded up on 2s. I'm not too interested in keeping this one. I think I'm going to mull. We don't have an Infector, but we have double Gut Shot. Ooh, I really would have liked to have kept this hand. But we don't have an Infector. And we could just like sit here rotting for turn and turn and turn and turn. Like we have 2 Gut Shots, but they can play around them. Alright, we'll have to keep this. Oh man. Unfortunate mulligans. Alright, so we're going to want to keep one of our gardens, or keep our forest, keep the Tangle. We might get rid of 2 cards, get rid of Khalni Garden, and probably Augur, keep the Rancor. I have had a really beefy Khalni Garden in the past. What was it? Was playing Bogles, and it was game 2. I kept a hand with Khalni Garden and a bunch of auras because I figured, well, opponent probably took all their removal out. So I just built up on the plant token. My plant was like a 20 plus 20, and absolutely won the game. This plant here might get us some blocks. Put a Rancor on it, try and kill one of their Glistener Elves. Oh, Gitaxian Probe. Gitaxian Probe would have been so good in this deck. Just be able to peek at their hand, see what you're playing around. Oh, I miss Gitaxian Probe. Missing broken cards. Yeah, it's a little bit like missing Hogak. Oh, no way, they're going to gut-shot our plant token in response to the Rancor? Wow. Outplayed. I think we block one of these. Prevent 1 point of Infect. And if they want to kill the Augur, they have to use cards from hand. So they just go ahead and use the Seal of Strength on the unblocked Glistener Elf. We take a bunch of Infect. I think we're just going to have to hold up Tangle here. We could put Rancor on the Augur and hold up Blessing. That doesn't seem very good. Because then the Rancor would just fall off when we give the Augur pro green. Do you have another one? Nice! We got the Mutagenic Growth out of their hand. Oh, that is so good. Tangle! Okay, we got an Infector. We are on the board. Now, opponent still has 2 spells in hand, but their creatures aren't untapping this turn. Oh, they got a blocker with the Glistener Elf now. Don't tango with a ferret. Ooh, Vines of Vastwood. Activate? Oh, I guess I have to make a stop during the upkeep for this thing. Hold on a second. If I put Rancor on the Ichorclaw Myr, then I cannot Tangle again. I think this is another Tangle turn. And we'll put the stop on our upkeep for next time. Now, is Sorceress Queen going to play around the second Tangle? Nope. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6. It would be, yep. Land looks lethal. Come on, land off the top. Let's go. What? Let's go. Ooh-wee. Do it. Wow. I think we just have to straight mulligan this as well. We have a 1 land hand and no 1 mana creatures. Okay, this hand has no creatures at all. This hand we can keep. So let's see here. We want to keep the Glistener Elf, keep a forest, keep all the gas if we can. So maybe we just get rid of the 2 lands and just hold Glistener Elf land. That's bad if we start drawing like our 2 drops off the top. I think I'm going to get rid of Khalni Garden and Vitality Charm. Okay, Ice Tunnel, so they are playing Dimir. Oh, that's right, we have a stop on the upkeep. Let's turn that off. Glistener Elf, go. So opponent's actually going to have a lot of removal, which is a problem. A lot of decks have moved away from removal because of the Squirrel Menace. but the opponent's deck here actually plays Snuff Out. So they're going to be able to, there it is, they're going to be able to kill our creatures while they're tapped out. We're tapped out here, so they decided that was a perfect opportunity to go ahead and kill our creature. We'll play Llanowar Augur and just pass the turn. I guess we could put Briar Shield onto it and like start attacking for 1, but it seems pretty anemic. Why is Vitality Charm in the deck? So yes, the another source of trample is one of the main ones, but then also, in addition to giving our creature trample, which is important, it can also, or otherwise, create a creature to put into play. And that's really important if the opponent has sacrifice effects. So we're able to, at instant speed, put a creature into play so that we do not lose our suited up Glistener Elf, for example. Now again, edict effects aren't as common right now as they have been in the past, and will be again when Chatterstorm is gone, but some decks still do play them. Pestilence, for example. Going Decay is what they grab. So we're still really early in the game. We're on turn 3, but I would say that opponent is probably like more than 90% to win this game. From the resources they have to the types of cards their deck plays, it just seems like it's going to be really, really difficult for us to find any way through this. But we'll play through for a few turns. Opponent isn't putting any kind of pressure on us. And who knows, they could just have a terrible hand and maybe they only had the Snuff Out was good. Ram through is not going to be doing us any good here. Pass back. So one of the interesting things about Snuff Out in this matchup, because we're doing Infect damage, which is separate from life, the Snuff Outs are basically free. They do have a cost of losing 4 life, but when we're not doing damage, we're doing Infect damage, that price is basically free. Opponent just has so many resources. They're going to be able to counter any relevant thing that we do. And in the meantime, they can just sit back because we're not applying any pressure. Okay, they're actually going to Spell Stutter Sprite the Seal of Strength because, well, they might as well counter something. And then maybe this will give them access to Ninja. They could attack with Spell Stutter Sprite, return it to their hand to get the counterspell back. Okay, no Ninja. Flooding out a little bit here. And they're just going to go ahead and cast down our only creature. They must have a bunch more removal spells if they use a cast down on a Llanowar Augur. And this is going to allow them to start attacking with the Augur of Bolas as well. Okay, I think we can probably scoop them up here. Alright, so opponent's playing Dimir Faeries. We want the River Boa, Scattershot Archer. The Vitality Charm's kind of interesting here. Are they going to have sacrifice effects? Like the opponent's deck actually could have them. Alright, no Infector. Unfortunate. Let's mulligan, see if we can find something better. This is better. Keep this, we'll get rid of, I think, the Vitality Charm. And hope that we draw a land up from the top. Well, I like that. Start from the opponent. No land, but we do get Augur, which is interesting. Alright, I guess you didn't hear that, but neighbor's car alarm just went off. So it seems like the volume settings on the mic here are doing pretty well for this location. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to save our Infector from the cast down because we did not draw the land, and we decided to play Llanowar Augur. Alright, let's try again. Ichorclaw Myr. Will it survive? Mutagenic Growth. Okay, let's go ahead and pump up the Myr. Another land. We had another spell. Almost any other spell. Ah, so close. Almost got them. Augur of Bolus, okay. Do they reveal Snuff Out? Oh no, they do reveal Snuff Out. That's the worst. The absolute worst. Pro Black. Alright, Rancor off the top. Let's go. Blight Mamba. We might as well just go ahead and cast it, and then we can attack in F6. Are they going to block? If they block, they lose the creature, but they don't take any infects. If they don't block, they go to 9, and both of our creatures are now lethal threats. Echoing Decay kills our critter. So we now only have the Ichorclaw Myr left. We're basically out of resources here, but we're not dead yet. Ah, the Echoing Truth. Okay, so that does return our Ichorclaw Myr, which means we cannot attack with it this turn. We're just going to go ahead and lay down our cards. Pass the turn back again. Oh yeah, Proliferate, that would be really cool. I haven't seen an Infect deck use Proliferate before in Pauper. Oh, leaving Mamba in hand would have forced a block. And that probably would have been better. And we could have just played Mamba post-combat. Echoing Truth. Ah, damn. Why did we need the second Ichorclaw Myr? Now they just return both to our hand? That Echoing Truth is getting some work done. Not exactly the card that... not a great card against us, but actually still fairly good. Because as big as our creature is, Echoing Truth is still going to return it to our hand, whereas Echoing Decay at some point might actually... we could just outgrow it quite easily with, like, Seal of Strength, for example. Courage and Crisis is asking a lot. 3 mana sorcery. And then if the target is removed, do you not get the Proliferate? Oh, they reveal Cast Down? So they have a removal spell for one of these, guaranteed. Oh no. Well, we fought hard. We almost got there. But it looks like opponent managed to clutch it out. I guess we could potentially have Infector on top and we could maybe still play this game. I see what you're saying there. So I guess that's why we haven't seen too many Proliferate cards in these kinds of decks. Alright. I'm pretty sure the game is over. We'll pass back for one more draw. Good fight on this game, though. This game was a good one. Ooh, that one is good. I like Smell Fear. A Glistener Elf? Echoing Truth again. Gets rid of the Glistener Elf. Yeah, we don't unfortunately put too many actual counters on our creatures. Usually it's just, you know, like a temporary boost. I think the one card we have that puts a counter onto our critters, like, what is that called? Snakeskin or something? think it's called Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I'd say this is GG. One land, and we do not have the Glistener Elf. I think we have to mulligan this one. I mean, we have like Llanowar Augur, but then if we don't draw exactly land off the top or Glistener Elf, our hand and deck does basically nothing. Okay, this is not any better. This is fine. We can keep this. Looks like our opponent, Satan Raken, is mulliganed once, and I think they're going to keep this one from the pause here. I kind of think they're just putting a card back. Yeah. So we put back Forest and... I'm going to keep the Apostle's Blessing. Hold on a second. I think opponent's probably actually on Squirrel. Satan Raken's been playing a lot of Chatterstorm. So let's keep the Mutagenic Growth then. Oh, basic island. Oh, so we get the Apostle's Blessing off the top. Good thing we put one on the bottom. Good card, but I don't exactly want a whole bunch of them to be rotting in my hand. One is fine. Okay, looks like Satan Raken might be up to their old tricks. Prohibit, yep. Super familiar. This is what I've seen Satan Raken play over and over and over again as this Azorius Familiars list. Oh, another snap. Get out of here. And Archaeomancer to return one of the snaps. So really slowing me down with these snaps. Returning my creature to my hand over and over and over again. Oh no, they have Ephemerate with Archaeomancer? That might actually just be game. Opponent slowed us down so much, and now they have Ephemerate with Archaeomancer to continuously be able to return Snap. So we're going to have a really hard time keeping anything on the battlefield. Well, we beat a deck like this, what was it, round 2? Maybe with some of our sideboard cards we can get through this? Oh no. So they evoke the Mole Drifter and then they ephemerate the Mole Drifter. Be'lakor, hey and hello. How you doing today? So now after the Mole Drifter has been ephemerated, it's a separate instance of Mole Drifter, and the evoke trigger doesn't count anymore. So they're able to keep the 2/2 flyer on the battlefield along with the 4 cards that it drew. And they can do it all again next turn. Meanwhile, holding up Prohibit for our Infector. And then they can Ephemerate Archaeomancer, get the Prohibit back. It's all in good fun. Yeah, I think that you're right. Oh, they just use the counterspell? They don't even use the Prohibit? Yeah, they have way too much value there. Let's bring in Relic and River Boa. You have 150 play points left and you don't know what to do with it. I mean, that sounds like a league. But which league? I'm going to take out Snakeskin Veil. I want to keep the Vines of Vastwood, though, because they can be used like a counterspell. Oh, and I should actually get rid of one of these Vitality Charms as well, because they're not going to have sacrifice effects. The Trample could still be good, but the create a green insect creature token isn't going to be very valuable in this matchup. Where is the most value? I mean, what format do you feel most confident in? And then again, like, when it comes to Moto, I'm very much a specialist in Modern and Pauper, and I don't really go out of that. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in Moto that I don't even know that it's available. You don't like the new Adventures set value-wise? Fair. Yeah, I found that the latest set wasn't as pushed as some of the other sets have been. Oh, you're recently starting. Fantastic. What decks are you liking right now? Okay, so we have lands, we have creatures to play. This hand looks great. This is exactly the kind of hand we're looking for. We even have a ram through to potentially kill one of their early creatures with a Rancor. Like we could put a Rancor and a Glistener Elf and ram through. In any event, we're going to be presenting a really scary board very early. Please be the wall. Oh, it's the snap. Snap is pretty good here. We at least get the Rancor back, so it doesn't totally set us back, but now they do have access to potential counter magic. Looks like Prohibit. I guess we could put a Rancor on a plant and start attacking. Better than nothing, I think. Sunscape Familiar, we're going to want to kill that. Well, we can't kill it, so I'm thinking we probably attack with the plant and then play a Myr. Yeah, I didn't expect them to block. An Electromancer Control Brew. Okay. Are you using the Lookout combo? Oh wait, hold on a second. Am I thinking about the right card? I'm probably thinking about a different one for the Lookout combo. Carry012, thank you for the follow, friend. Yeah, because the Electromancer's the Storm Lord, right? I was thinking about the Thermal Alchemist. Ooh, this is a good one here. They have the single white mana left to ephemerate the Muldrifter. Yep. So they're drawing just a ton of cards here. Yeah, I got that eventually, Bella. It's sometimes I mix cards up. I hope y'all can forgive me. So let's see here. We can Rancor on the Ichorclaw Myr, and then we can put a Briar Shield onto it. I think that's just the best thing we can do at this point. Ah, Thermo is in the deck. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sign blocking order, so we kill the Muldrifter first. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Just kill them both. Got a little bit distracted there. It happens sometimes in between chat and the game of Magic. It's one of those splitting attention kind of things. Ooh, Archaeomancer is super good for the opponent here. Able to get their Ephemerate back. Start blinking the Archaeomancer. Ah, thank you. One of the finishers is Sprouting Swarm. That worked really well. All right, back to the game. So they're getting Snap. Yep, Snap makes sense. They can snap the mirror. They're snapping the plant. Oh, okay, and then they can untap lands. And, ooh, Nature's Chant to just destroy the Ichorclaw Myr. Wow, okay, yep, that gets through the Briar Shield. I do get my Rancors back, though. Okay, yeah, it's the one with Convoke and Buyback. Well, I mean, it sounds like if you're looking to grind, which is one of the things that you want to do in Pauper, then that seems like a really good way to do it. All right, I think we're in a really difficult position again. They have the Ephemerate plus Archaeomancer. They're going to be able to return one of these cards every turn, basically. So unless we can find Relic of Progenitus to stop this nonsense, then we're just dead. And I think at this point we are just dead. Yeah, can't find a relic. They've got all this value. They got the Ephemerate thing going on. They're able to return our creature every turn. Looks pretty good. for them. Yeah, it doesn't matter here. Opponent was able to weather the storm, and now they have full control. And that's one of the cool things about their deck, is they're able to set up these strangleholds. This is one of the ways that Magic used to operate in the early days. The deck back in the day was very heavy on counter spells and played a Sarah Angel as the finisher. This deck is setting up a powerful board which reduces the cost of their spells with a lot of excellent enter the battlefield abilities, but then they can just continuously return their spells every turn, so they're playing like mediocre creatures as far as like their bodies go, but their abilities are top notch. And then they just get to recast all these spells all the time. Like, Snap isn't all that exciting by itself, but when you recast it, turn after turn after turn, and then it's actually making you mana with Sunscape Familiar, the synergy here is really high. Speaking of synergy, Ghostly Flicker with Archaeomancer and Muldrifter here is going to continue to grind out value for Saidan Raken. And a Stonehorn Dignitary to round it out. I think that even if I managed to somehow like if I draw a Relic, I'm still losing this one. Even if they don't have Prohibit in hand to just straight counter it, they have Stonehorn Dignitary and Archaeomancer with Ephemerate, so they're going to be able to eliminate our combat step. So we're just going to call it here. Alright, so I decided to play Infect today. And I kind of did it as an easy way to come back into streaming, to come back into Pauper, to come back into Magic after 2 weeks off. But I gotta say, like, this deck really surprised me. I knew that it had some early power where you're able to play the turn 1 Glistener Elf. You have several turn 2 options, and then you can just apply pressure. And if the opponent doesn't have any way to interact with your creature, and as I was saying before, creature interaction is currently down, then you can just run an opponent over. And against Chatterstorm, we do actually have a fairly quick clock, so it is possible for this green deck to just erase them. And then we also have Tangle out of the board to potentially help with that matchup, although it did actually help out quite a bit in the mirror match. Tangle really was an MVP in that game, for sure. Yeah, all in all, I would say that this deck was definitely fun. I'm not saying, you know, like, go run out to your local game store and grab these cards immediately, but, I mean, it was a great option looking for a green creature deck. This was definitely a lot of fun. And while I'm definitely missing Invigorate, that card was unfair, and it is definitely right that it was banned. Yeah, it was pretty fun.